Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia and this is the Frontline Changes report for the past 24 hours for the 9th of August, day of 1263. The past few Frontline Changes report, I think I got the numbers all confused, but so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't think you care about the numbers. Anyway, I'm talking about the day, the day. Sometimes I calculate the wrong day. So anyway, so we just jump straight to the first Frontline Change is over at Komar. So Deep State UA has updated the mapping to straighten the front line south of Krikorivka and north of Komar. So this one, the Russian forces straighten the front line here, and which means the Russian forces have advanced in this sector over here. So advance is around 1.2 kilometers or 1 kilometer on average. And so that is the advance. The Ukrainians still do have some presence in this sector. Previously there was, previously in the south. But anyway, we shall see how this goes. I'm expecting the front line to close up eventually, straightening the front line along the entrenchment. The next front line change after this, we jump all the way to the Toretsk front. So over in Toretsk, there is this. So this Toretsk city, by the way, the Ukrainian mapping continued to give up areas over in the Toretsk in this forest region. So this fortification here, the Ukrainian mapping have updated to show that most of it is taken by the Russian forces. This area here is still part of the gray zone on their mapping, but I think it's also gone. I don't think the Ukrainians are defending there anymore. So that is the situation here. The front line move is probably around 250 meters on average. So, and nearby, we have a big one over in Romanivka. So I had mentioned this during the situation report, that this is actually part of the collapsing of the Toretsk salient. So the Ukrainians currently have this very awkward salient right here. And so this salient has basically shrunk, as expected, because this is becoming nearly impossible to hold, I would say. So the Russian forces around Romanivka has fully taken all of these areas here, moving, and the front line stretches all the way to Novospassky. So Romanivka is now entirely fully secured, with Russian forces taking strong positions along the lake. And they have also drawn the mapping to show that the Russian forces have taken all the grounds west of Leonidivka. So, and I would say that even these three lines here, the tree line here is unlikely to be under Ukrainian control. I think the Ukrainians at most is here. At most is going to be here. So this is probably just gray zone, because Russian forces have already taken Novospassky. So this is just can't be under Ukrainian control. The Ukrainians are probably having the line further up here, and even Shibernivka, I have a lot of doubts, if the Ukrainians actually have control over that side. So in case you cannot see, yeah. So anyway, that's all. The advance here is pretty deep. This is 2.8 kilometers. So in the one further in the east is around 2 kilometers. So these are all massive frontline changes. So we shall see whether this will keep up, with another day, another frontline change. And that will basically means the front line is indeed collapsing. So let's wait for more information regarding this side. The next front line change after Romanivka is over at Pokrovsk. So over in the north of Popiev, this is based on the Russian mapping. So previously we have confirmation of frontline changes like this. This is the previous confirmed one based on geolocation. The Russian mapping since have updated the map. Their interpretation is that this area here is also under Russian control. So the Russians have advanced further than the geolocation have suggested. The advance is around 1 kilometer on average. So the entire western bank of this water body here, is really all firmly under Russian control right now in the north of Pokrovsk. And over after this, the next frontline change is over at Myrnohrad. So this I have mentioned significantly during the situation report. The region between Myrnohrad and Mayak, the Russians have basically penetrated up in the northward direction. So this is a very big chunk of territory captured. You can see there's forest, tree, sparse forest, tree lines, lake. I think it is a lake. Yeah, it is a lake. And then it goes into the western part of Myrnohrad, and then more forest grounds in the north, heading all the way up north. And this is going to create a lot of tactical and strategic problem for the Ukrainians. So Russian forces captured all the way up in this direction, and these are firm controls. If you look at the Ukrainian gray zone, this is way larger than this, which encompasses the entire of Myrnohrad. So Russian forces captured all of these grounds, which with the distance, I will show you the distance. Yeah, didn't came out correctly. So around 3.6 kilometers in a slightly a clock, kind of like a 4 o'clock hands kind of angle trajectory. So in a straight line, it would be around still 3.8 kilometers at the maximum extent. From the Russian claim front line is 2.8. It's still very big. So the front line here, the Ukrainians basically have abandoned the position in this sector as well. And this is going to cause a lot of significant problem, because strategically, you can see that the rear positions here, at least based on our last updated fortifications, that I think there is a newer version. I haven't went to update the map yet, but there is not much fortifications up here anymore, and it's going to create a lot of problems for the Ukrainians, as if this continue to move up north, the front line just continue to extend further, and that will mean more Ukrainian soldiers are needed to do defending. So the stretching of the front line can happen in the localized situation as well. So this chunk here is 5.34 square kilometers. And after this, the next front line change, we jump to the Komar front at Novohatsk. So this piece here is based on Ukrainian mapping by Deep State UA. So Deep State UA have updated the map, closing up the impossible salient here in the east of Novohatsk, and also expanded the zone of control north of Novohatsk, confirming the Russian full securing of the town of Novohatsk here. I believe the Russians probably have firm control all the way up to the Voschar River. So all this probably is all under Russian control. But yeah, they will not map it until it's too late. So that's Novohatsk, small change. And the other one is over at Tolstoy. So Tolstoy is also another one of this Ukrainian mapping of straightening of the front line. So this is a sensible update. Nothing particularly special about this. Russian forces capturing this ground here. Although I still have a lot of doubts about this square here. So anyway, we shall see how this goes. The Ukrainian mapping is wild. So anyway, that's it. Let's do some calculation. So I want to go to this one, because the mapping here is quite ridiculous. So anyway, so the Ukrainians did not capture any grounds in the past 24 hours. So peace talk is coming. So I think also the Ukrainian soldiers on the front that do not have a lot of will to fight. If they heard the news, they'll definitely not want to fight. Like, why bother? So the Russian forces yesterday captured 24.78 square kilometers. So let's see if today will match it. 1.95 plus 12.28 plus 7.18 plus 2.24. So the total area captured is 23.65 square kilometers. Very, very close with yesterday. So we still have this beyond 20 square kilometers range of capture, 23.65. So yeah, so that's it. So thank you for watching. Press the like button, subscribe. Happy birthday to you. Have a great Sunday, and I'll see you guys in the next update. And press the subscribe button. We are close to 100,000.